course, you have to. She's very pretty, but be careful. Her father is my sworn enemy. I know you're vulnerable, but I trust you. I trust you.
Please don't lie to me. I know you have been saying this mad.
I have no intention of lying to you, Father. I have.
How can you brazenly admit that to me?
If you don't want me to lie, I have to admit.
Don't you? Will you leave us, Afrosina? Get back to the kitchen. Don't you dare talk to me like that.
I am sorry, Father.
I love you. I only want the best for you. I want you to marry a fine Russian noble. What will happen when people learn you have been alone with this Jew, the Tsar's evil genius?
Why is he the Tsar's evil genius?
You are being impudent again.
You have made an accusation. If you want me to obey, you must make me understand.
It's too complicated for a woman to understand. Certainly for a young girl.
I'm your daughter. I have the right to some respect. If you will not explain what you mean to me, you must leave me to be guided by my own wits.
It doesn't matter how you feel. I forbid you to see Shafirov again. And that is that.
Our agents have secured these designs of the latest ships in the Swedish fleet.
Will the Dutchman Whitson build us a ship in Holland?
I'm sure he would, for a price.
I'll pay whatever he asks. We will build the rest of the fleet here, hiring his men as foremen.
There's no profit for Whitson supplying us master shipbuilders so that we can build our own fleet. We would face that problem in any country in Europe.
Unless the governments of those countries were allies and ordered their shipbuilders to help us.
That is precisely what I had in mind. A concerted effort to secure allies and ships in Europe.
How?
I'm proposing an embassy to Europe to secure them. And all of us will be going there.
All of us, sire. You would go yourself?
Certainly.
No Tsar has ever left Russia. The people would panic. Your leaving Russia would signal the end of the world to many. It'll add to our problems.
I am afraid that a royal visit might drown you in protocol.
You, my friends, can be drowned in protocol. I will go incognito. And even if they do recognize me, incognito diminishes all responsibility to me. Arrange for your uncle Nikita to go ahead and work in Whitson's shipyard. He will learn how the best work is done and make a note of the men that do it. Before this embassy is finished, we'll all have learned at first hand what made world powers of Sweden, Germany, France, and England, while Russia slept.
You shall forgive me. The Russian people are not going to like being taught by foreigners.
The Russian people will do whatever is necessary. We all will. Come, let's go to supper.
It will be an interesting time.
I cannot believe anyone would do that voluntarily. You sound as though you were being tortured.
Pushes more blood through you. Tones up the brain. Makes you think.
You're now a physician, Charles?
William Harvey was. Englishman who established the principle of blood circulation.
What an extraordinary catalogue of obscure information you carry in that head of yours. I never get over it.
I've been meaning to discuss that with you, my dear. You know, It is not enough for a royal spy to frequent the important bids of Europe. You must also include intellectual salons in your itinerary.
I doubt I can be as successful there as I've been in bed.
Come in. Count Piper.
Sire, Countess Desmond, the Russian priest is waiting.
Good. Show him in. What are you reading?
The Decameron of Boccaccio. It also stimulates the flow of blood.
But not through the brain. Read Plato.
Your Majesty?
Well, Father, thank you for coming. How's the Tsar's mistress, Catherine Savronskaya? Is that her name, Catherine Savronskaya?
Skavronskaya, sire. Oh, they seem quite devoted. But it is so scandalous in the eyes of the church.
And the exile Sophia?
She is constantly informed.
Do your superiors in Russia know that we pay you for the information that you give us?
If I were to tell them, I would have to share with them.
Thus corrupting them as well.
Yes, sire.
Truly Christian of you. The Tsar is about to leave Russia and tour Europe. Purpose? To gather allies and ships to engage in world trade.
About time, wouldn't you say?
Objectively, yes. Subjectively, no. To do that, he needs ports on the open sea. He will want the Baltic ports we took from his grandfather. He also plans to build a new city. On our sea.
Since you know all this, what is left for me to find out?
To what extent his people are resisting this embassy? Any odd information?
And how am I to get this encyclopedia together?
Visit the courts Peter will visit. Be there as a house guest when he arrives. Charm him.
The Tsar has tastes simpler than I would satisfy.
Then try Alexander Menshikov or General Gordon. But try the Tsar first. Now, why don't you share some of the benefits of Boccaccio with me?